Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Nick, you work for NASA.
That's right.
And what do you do for NASA?
So I lead our Open Government Initiative, which is all about opening government, open data, open source, open policy, and open standards.
Okay, so what does that mean, open?
Open. So, NASA has, I think what NASA's biggest asset to the American public is, well, besides inspiration, is its data that it collects. We collect over 4 terabytes of data each day, just from a lot of our space exploration missions. And that's just there's so much value to that. And so opening that up to the public beyond just the initial research team that has an immediate benefit to it can just spur and catalyze innovation in ways that we can't even imagine. So that's the whole point of opening up data, opening up software, sharing the stuff that we're working on so that we can realize their full potential by working on it and allowing citizens to participate in NASA's mission.
You, if I'm not mistaken, were the person responsible for bringing NASA to Twitter?
Yeah, so actually back when Twitter first really got going, before it got crazy popular, we had a participatory space exploration summit at Ames Research Center, and we invited a few folks from Twitter, and we were really inspired by what they were doing. And so we set up a NASA Twitter account, and it's really taken off since then. We have astronauts tweeting from space now, and it's pretty exciting stuff.
So what was it like setting something like that up without, I can only imagine, not having an official document saying that you could do it?
Yeah, so fortunately NASA is really a great place to experiment, and we're really a culture of experimentation. We encourage that. So setting it up was a little bit of a, hey, I don't know if I'm going to get fired or not, but let's try it out and see what happens. And it actually turned out really to be an amazing investment for NASA. It's a way that we can engage with the public in ways that we were never able to do before. And it's ultimately, I think, Twitter is really changing the landscape of communication. And for us, that's a big deal. It's helping us change our culture.
So then why is NASA involved with Random Hacks of Kindness?
So we are excited about Random Hacks of Kindness. It's a great partnership between Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, the World Bank, and NASA to bring together some of the most innovative people around the world to solve the challenges of humanity. And so NASA is excited because we have a lot of data to share, and if we can encourage developers to use that in their applications, that's even better. And so that's a big reason, but even more than that, we're excited about the process of innovation, not just the products that come out of the weekend from Random Hacks Kindness, but the process we use to get there. So the 2 days of marathon hacking, that's what it's all about.
So is your day really filled with tweeting, or do you do much more than that?
Yeah, so I actually don't, I tweet on my own, but I don't tweet for NASA anymore. Fortunately, our PAO has really embraced Twitter as a communications platform. So myself, along with some really innovative and inspiring open government team members, have the opportunity to work on even bigger challenges, like opening our data sets, allowing people to participate in government, creating platforms for participation, and then planning and hosting great events like Random Hacks Kindness.
So is that like a NASA 2.0, if I could say that?
Well, I'd like to think of it more as like a NASA 4.0, 5.0, down the road. I mean, 2.0 is right now. We're really focused on creating the workforce of the future, creating the organization, the government of the future.
So then if someone wanted to, say, work for NASA today or eventually, what would you encourage them to do today?
I'd encourage them to think about their definition of work. I mean, so are you wanting a job with NASA, and why? I mean, so ultimately what we're really interested in is creating platforms where anybody can work for NASA. Anybody can volunteer their time, their resources, and contribute to NASA's mission, whether you're a civil servant, whether you're a contractor, or whether you're a developer in India working on some cool stuff for Amazon or Google. We want you to be able to, at any time, participate in what we're doing.
So do you believe in crowdsourcing? Have you applied any crowdsourcing?
Yeah, I thought about changing my middle name to crowdsourcing, but then my wife was not too cool with that. So I love crowdsourcing. We love the whole idea of open innovation in general.
Well, speaking of crowdsourcing, I have a light source here. Like, it's so dark. I'm sorry, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
This is so great.
This
is so perfect.
I also
this is
work
crowdsourcing.
On the open government team with Nick. I've been working the last 10 months in the group, and I love the direction that we're going. I love the direction NASA's going. And my name is Chris Gertie, by the way, and thanks for asking all these questions, because we love when people are interested in the new directions NASA's going.
But you help astronauts swim, right?
I used to help them swim in space, I guess you could say. I worked for the spacewalking group, the group that taught them how to use the suit, make sure they threw all the right switches, and help build the space station, which is kind of freaking me out now because it's built, it's complete, and I had a little hand in it, so it's amazing. It's awesome.
So, did you ever hope that by working there, they would eventually just say, "Oh, well, why don't you just come aboard this mission here? Come on."
Piece of you wants to believe that, and I think I share that with everybody at NASA. But we really are doing it. We're helping the human race get to space sooner and easier and safer. So yeah, down the line, somebody's going to get to space easier because of the work we did, and I think everybody at NASA shares that.
Well, I appreciate you inviting my girlfriend and I to dinner tonight. It was amazing.
It was great to have you.
To talk over beer and pizza with people from JPL, NASA, the whole.
Feelings mutual, man.
That made my entire year. I have to say, it's like the pinnacle of geekiness right there. So
awesome.
Well, we appreciate certainly NASA's support in keeping the future open. So.
No. Yeah.
You look spooky. Ooh, you're not really that spooky in real life, though.
All right.
Anything else to say?
No, looking forward for a great weekend. It's just a start. Can't wait to see what they do.
And we want you to help us explore the universe, so please be involved.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.